Welcome back to the Devaney Center. We're about 12 minutes away from our final championship game in Class B. South Sioux City, the Lady Cardinals taking on the Crimson Pride of Omaha, Roncalli. Roncalli trying to get it done. Joining me now, sports director at TV station KTIV in Sioux City, Larry Putney. And Larry, you probably more than any journalist here knows this South Sioux team better than anybody. Tell us just a little bit about Trish Martin. I know she's gotten a lot of ink, but what kind of a player is she? What are we going to see?
I think the best way to describe Trish is aggressive. She has terrific guard skills. She can dribble the ball, bring the ball up court. She's great down low when she posts up. She has a couple of moves. But the best thing about her is that she's very aggressive. She's not afraid to go right to the hole, challenge you every time down the floor. And I think South Sioux likes that about her. They like to go inside. And then she's really complemented on the other side by Charlie Rogers, and then up top, April Sailors, who's a terrific guard. And we know what a night she had last night against Gehring when she scored 26. And when she's hitting on the outside, it really opens things up for not only Charlie inside, but also for Trish. One more thing about Trish, she's getting a lot of college letters, as you can imagine. I know Nebraska has written her a letter. She's also gotten letters from Syracuse and Boston College and a couple of other Big 8 schools. So it looks like she'll be a Division I type player in a couple of years. She's just a junior. Yeah, a lot of interest there. Now, this is really more than just the Trish Martin show. I mean, she's got a supporting cast, like you were saying. The Sailor girl came up with 26 last night. And she was hitting from 6 three-pointers last night, scored 26 points. And when she's hitting from outside, again, just to reiterate, it opens inside not only for Martin, but for Charlie Rogers, who's their tallest player. Rogers is 6'2", and the unique thing about him, all three juniors. So not only are you going to see him this year, you'll likely see him down here at the state tournament again next year. But when April can hit from the outside, April Sailors, Charlie and Trish bang the boards hard. They can put anything back at any time. And, Trish, they can play Trish at any place, too. They can play her at the guard. They can play her down low. And Charlie had 24 points last night, rebounding hard off the offensive and defensive board. So they really have, when everything's clicking, they averaged 82 points a game this year. And they scored 88 last night. That's a new state tournament record. When everything's clicking for them, they are really tough to beat. And Roncalli found that out the second time they played when South Sioux beat them. So these two teams have met. I really haven't had a chance to look at the schedules. What were those outcomes? Well, they met twice. The first one was in a tournament over Christmas holiday down in Omaha, and Roncalli won that one 55-53. Really kind of sparked South Sioux, I think. They came back from that. Coach Kelly Flynn said they were very motivated after that loss to Roncalli. They played them a second time at Roncalli's home gym and beat them 74-67. So a 7-point victory for the Cards the second time around. I think you're just going to see a terrific game. I mean, with Kotrick inside, the 6'5" girl from Roncalli, it's going to be a great battle between the two big girls of South Sioux and Kotrick down low. All right, very good. Larry Putney, sports director at KTIV, a very good source on the South Sioux City team. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Together again for the first time in 14 years, the Eagles.
Welcome to the Hotel California.
Their songs are like old friends. It just feels good to be around them. The Eagles in the spotlight. Right here.
Friday night at 9 on Nebraska Public Television.
Welcome back, everyone. We're getting ready for our last game of the evening, the Class B girls. And joining me are both coaches. On my right, John Moran from Omaha, Roncalli. And, Coach, you've got a barn burner on store for you tonight. Your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, we do. Well, it's a really nice matchup with our big three going against his big three, and both having a supporting cast that really play well off the bench, both teams. So this is a third meeting. We're both split the first time, so we're looking for a real good game here.
All right, Coach, appreciate your comments. Good luck tonight. And with me on is the South Sioux City coach, Kelly Flynn. And, Coach, as Coach just said, it's a rubber game here. It's going to be a barn burner. What are you looking forward to?
Well, we're really looking forward to it. We've had an opportunity to play them for the third time now, twice in Omaha and once here in Lincoln. And we're just looking forward to playing on this big floor. We had an opportunity to play them on the big floor last year and had an opportunity to outrun them a little bit, and we're hoping to do that tonight. I just hope that they get in the running match with us.
Okay, do you feel that your team is playing its best basketball right now as you're in the state tournament?
Well, definitely not the first night. We went from probably the worst that we played all year to the best that we played all year, just about. And I just hope we just continue where we left off last night and not go back to where we started the first night.
You think one of those nice medium middle-of-the-road efforts is going to cut it, though?
I don't know if a middle-of-the-road will cut it for a state championship, but if we play like we did last night, I think that'll get the job done, and that's what we're hoping. We've got the confidence, and I know they've got the confidence too, because they beat us earlier. They're the only team that did beat us, and so it's just going to be a great matchup. I'd even like to be a fan, and I'd like to be out there watching this game right now.
Okay, you can be an announcer if you like, but I know you have a job to do. One last question. I know you're wearing all kinds of NBA teams on your tie. Is this a lucky tie?
Well, they're all lucky this year, but this is a tie that the girls did give me for my birthday this year, so it's a special one.
Good luck, Coach. Thank you very much. Back with the Class B girls game when we come back.
I really enjoy watching ETV because it really meets a lot of the different needs in my family, professionally and personally. My toddler, of course, loves watching Barney and Sesame Street. Because I'm affiliated with the Folsom Children's Zoo, I like watching Wild America and a lot of the nature programs. Most importantly, sometimes we put specials on our calendar just so that we make a point in our busy schedule of sitting down and looking at some of the programs that are on. So again, I think it's so important that no matter what the ages of our family members are, everyone gets to watch ETV and enjoy it.
I will say one thing, though, that my wife is one of the most unusual women you'd ever want to meet. The vicissitudes of life don't seem to bother her, you know. I walk down the street and ladies recognize it, Red, and they give me a kiss on the cheek, and she never gets jealous, you know. And she raises thoroughbreds and quarter horses, and one stepped on her foot, and she didn't even get mad. So I think somebody like that, you should always be nice and say nice things. But wherever she spits, grass never grows again.
Enjoy an evening of laughter with Red Skelton and his special guest Marcel Marceau, Wednesday night at 8:30 on Nebraska Public Television.
Back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center. I'm Pam Sullivan. We're getting ready for some Class B action here. The Class B matchup brings us two teams from the eastern to northeastern part of the state. South Sioux City's mascot is the Cardinals, therefore they're wearing the red and white. Their average school enrollment is 618. Omaha Roncalli's school mascot is the Crimson Pride, just like Alabama. Therefore, they're wearing the crimson and yellow. Their average enrollment is 286. Looks like it's going to be a great matchup. We've got a full house here. Why don't we go to the announcer's stable with Vince and Steve?
All righty, Pam Sullivan, thank you very much. Alongside my tag team partner, Steve Van Hoosen, Class B girls. Our last game of the night may be one of the best matchups so far.
We've got at least one big name in this one. And Vince, I can't believe we got this started at 9:30 this morning. This day has just flew by.
It's flown by with some great basketball, and as I said earlier, maybe the best game tonight.
Yeah, it has gone very quickly. It's hard to believe we have 5 championships in the books.
Right now, we're going to have our 6th probably in about an hour and a half or so as Roncalli now steps on the floor. And we're ready for this game to get started. We're going to go to a break. We'll be back with the starting lineups and the start of the game after this message.
The voice was unmistakable.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
The songs were unforgettable.
A blossom fell.
There'll never be another like the incomparable Nat King Cole.
Unforgettable. That's what you are.
It's time to rediscover the classic sounds of Nat King Cole.
Then, at 9:45...
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
What was it that took Nat King Cole from his boyhood in a Baptist church in Montgomery, Alabama, to stardom in England's royal palace?
Nat King Cole represented something that no other black performer represented in that period.
Don't miss this collection of interviews and film clips of his biggest hits in this marvelous account of one of our most versatile performers, Nat King Cole.
Tuesday night at 8:35 on Nebraska Public Television.
Did you know that federal funding for public TV costs each American only 80 cents a year? For less than 2 cans of soda, you get quality programs and unique educational services. It's a fact.
Everyone, South Sioux City and Omaha Roncalli about 2 or 3 minutes away from tip-off. Let's see how they got here. South Sioux City had a tough game in the first one, 50-39. They won that one. Second game, they played one of their best against Gering, won that one. So they're in the final. Omaha Roncalli, a couple of tough games, but they came out well. Won a rematch with Schuyler, 41-33. Both teams have won 22 games on the season, Steve Van Hoosen, and South Sioux City has only lost 1, while the Crimson Pride has lost 2.
You couldn't probably ask for a closer matchup. South Sioux really has played well in this tournament, especially last night. They racked up those 88 points on Gering. And, you know, Gering's another team that is just stuck out in the western part of the state, and really not too many people knew about it. And they came in here, Brooke Schwartz, a hot shooting guard, and South Sioux just kind of made it look easy against a very good team last night.
Well, South Sioux, you need to watch Trish Martin tonight. She has 43 points in 2 games. They're going to try to contain her in the game tonight as the South Sioux non-starters are introduced. The fans back behind us are simply rabid, almost as loud as in the Class A game behind us when we had it before. We have a habit of sitting in the best places. Once again, South Sioux City comes in at 22-1. Roncalli comes in at 22-2. And this should be probably the best overall matchup of the night, as the coaches said in my pregame interviews, going for their 3 versus the other 3. Now we'll go to the PA announcer for our starting lineups.
And the starters for Roncalli High School. A 5'7" junior, number 12, Laura Beck. A 5'10" senior, number 14, Dina Christensen. A 5'7" junior, number 30, Carrie Wilson. A 5'10" senior, number 42, Heidi Geyer. And a 6'5" junior, number 50, Natalie Kotrick. The assistant coaches for Roncalli, Dave Sevener and Lisa Beck. Head coach, John Moran. And the starters for South Sioux City. A 5'8" senior, number 4, Brandy Delperdang. A 5'7" junior, number 10, Kelly Everett. A 5'4" sophomore, number 22, April Sailors. A 6-foot junior, number 32, Trish Martin. And a 6'2" junior, number 33, Charlie Rogers. The assistant coaches for South Sioux City, Ed Wilgen, Paula Reek, and Russ Forsher. Head coach is Kelly Finn. Your officials for tonight's game, Scott Cotton, Jeff Henricks, and Dave Hamburger.
And as the starters have been introduced, we're about a minute away from tip-off now. South Sioux City, Steve, looks like they're a little bit taller all around. Of course, you've got Natalie Kotrick, the 6'5" junior, who's the tallest one on the floor for Roncalli.
And she could really turn out to be the deciding factor here.
Okay, we've got the matchups for the tip-off. It will be Kotrick and Roncalli in the road maroon, going from your right to left. South Sioux City will tip it off with Charlie Rogers going from your left to right. And Roncalli takes the ball and sets things up. Laura Beck, the point guard, gets it to the center. Kotrick. Being very deliberate, setting up the outside. South Sioux City employing a very nice pressure defense all the way around the floor. Being patient, waiting for that good shot. Drive in. Kotrick back outside, all the way back out to the front. They're going with 3 people out front, 1 baseline, and Kotrick in at center. And we're a minute in, and the ball has not gotten near the hoop. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Roncalli. Knocked out by Charlie Rogers, the 6'2" junior, averaging 16 points a game.
It was Rogers, Sailors, and Martin that had the monster games last night.
And the first shot up and good. Dina Christensen, rather, the 5'10" senior, puts it up for the game's first points, and we almost had a turnover. Cardinals will now set up top. They're going to go with a 3-guard rotation up top, and they're going with 2 people down low. Nice dish there, layup off the glass. Trish Martin hits the bucket. She's the big scorer for this team, and she's already on the board. 2-2. Again, being very deliberate, getting inside to Kotrick. She goes up, misses the shot, rebounds, and a foul. Looks like they're going to call Brandy Delperdang for this foul. Natalie Kotrick will go to the line. She's a 6'5" junior, averaging almost 11 points a game and 8 rebounds. And she showed a nice, sweet touch on that free throw right there.
She had a good tournament last year, too, as Roncalli fell to Schuyler in that final game. She's back again this year.
This one off the back of the rim. Rebounded by the Cardinals, and they're heading down even though they don't have the numbers. They drive in there, stops, hops, doesn't hit the shot. Rebounded by Roncalli, and they've got a 3-on-2 fast break coming. And they bring it back out to start the offense again. Are you impressed by their deliberateness?
Yeah, that's a smart move on their part. They had a break going, and then they realized that it broke down for them, so they pulled it back out and set up an offense.
And turned it over, and now South Sioux City has the ball again. And they get the ball to the middle. Nice drive. Oh, wrong side of the net on that one. You want to make it go through the other way. And nice shot there. April Sailors. And Roncalli turns it over again. 2 straight turnovers down the floor. We have a 4-3 game. South Sioux leading Roncalli very early here. A little over 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Ball down to the post. Ball missed. Rebound. And bounced back in by Trish Martin. She has 4 of the 6 for the Cardinals.
soft touch there by Trish Martin. You know, the thing that impresses me about her, she is a good shooter from the outside, but then she's not afraid to take the ball inside either.
Well, you have to start usually on the higher percentage shots, and I think you're going to get a foul inside on Kelly Everett, the 5'7" junior who averages 9.1 a game and 3 rebounds. A little bit too close on the contact there. Steve, you've seen South Sioux City play a couple of times. What do you think we need to look for from then as the game stretches on?
Well, I saw them, and I really took a hard look at them last night against Gehring, because I thought Gehring would really give them much more of a better matchup. And they did hang with him for a while, but yeah, South Sioux.
Turnover. Kelly Everett in, misses the layup, brought down by Trish Martin, blocked out of bounds. South Sioux City will keep the ball. Glad you could join us for this late game of the night, the feature game, the Class B State Championship, South Sioux City and Roncalli.
Here's another look at that last sequence. Trish Martin with the hustle. Back to live action.
And ball missed, rebounded by Kontrick, as Roncalli will bring it back down to cut into a 3-point deficit. Still going with the 3 guards up top and the 1 post. Ball thrown up, and we have a whistle. April Sailors called for the foul. Sailors is 5'4". She's a sophomore, averaging a little over 10 a game.
She popped with the big night last night. Had like 6 threes. Good night for her.
Roncalli getting it inside. And a block and a foul. Charlie Rogers, the 6'2" center, picks it up. She's a junior. She'll be back next year.
Another look at this one. That's a good, strong move on the baseline there, and really no other choice than to hack from behind.
Heidi Grier on the line. She's a 5'10" senior, excuse me, there. She will go to the line for 2 shots. Hits both sides of the rim and bounds out. And this one goes in. It's a 6-4 game. We have a timeout on the floor. 6-3, it's early in the first quarter.
They were simpler days then. Days when milk was delivered to our homes, when the local soda fountain was the place to be, when automobiles meant more than just transportation. They were days of community, purpose, and spirit. Very special days indeed. Join us as we take a sentimental journey back in time and remember when.
See it Monday night at 7 on Nebraska Public Television.
From the smallest molecule to the vastness of space, from the beauty of burning deserts to barren lands of ice, from the edge of exploration to the drama of survival, everything and every place, on Earth and beyond, is within your reach on public television.
Welcome back. Fans going crazy over this game. It's a barn burner, 6-4. South Sioux City leading it. And Omaha Roncalli just forced a turnover by employing a full court press. They will endeavor to tie it up or take a 1-point lead with this trip down the floor. Inside to their big center. Kontrick misses it. Ball down. Blocked out of bounds. Roncalli will keep possession. Earlier action from today, the first game, C2 saw Cambridge beat Sandy Creek 64-47. In D2, it was Lawrence losing to Chambers 68-55. Call this time, Kontrick with the foul. That's her first, as the ball will bound over to South Sioux City. Class A game this afternoon, Lincoln Southeast won its 3rd straight championship, beating Omaha Bryant 63-44. In D1, Axtell over Litchfield 68-55. Here comes South Sioux City down the floor. Bank just a little short. Trish Martin, the rebound, puts it up, and it bounds in for the old-fashioned triple. She will go to the free throw line to shoot 1 for the play. Good rebounding here. This is the way you do it. Get it, put it right back up, and hope the rim is friendly to you. In this case, it was. Trish Martin can really fill it up. 23 points a game for the 6-foot junior. Also 9.6 rebounds. If you upscale it, that's 10 rebounds a game. Double-double, not bad digs right there. She misses the free throw, makes it 8-4. Get it into Kotrick. She's tough in there, and she puts it up and in. And it's an 8-6 game now, as we have around 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Nice pass across the lane right there. Sails. Charlie Rogers put it back up and missed it, but they get it back. This is Trish Martin. Goes up over the big center and hits the shot right there. That was a tough one right there. Lead is now up to 10-6 with just under 3 minutes to go. Steve, can you believe that? Put that one. That was a rainbow shot.
It was.
There wasn't gold at the end of it, just 2 points. And another turnover. Kelly Everett, side to Charlie Rogers, hits it. And want a little run here. They open up a 6-point lead. Little full court pressure seems to have thrown the Crimson Red off. Crimson Pride, excuse me. And another turnover. And they'll bring it back. A 2-on-2 fast break here, Steve. Oh. And we have a foul. This one on Dina Christensen, the 5'10" senior.
Another look at this one. Probably a foul she wished she could have back.
Timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here for a few interesting notes. Roncalli has suffered 5 straight turnovers from some pressure defense. Did you see the Cardinals employ the press the way they have this game in the earlier ones?
No, I didn't. Not against Gearing last night.
Well, it's always a good mark of a championship team if you can mix up those defenses and really confuse. We saw that in the earlier game, and we also saw it in the Class A game. Southeast threw like 5 different defenses at Omaha Bryan. It seemed to mix them up, and it really seemed to bite them in the last 5 minutes of the game.
That did. That was the kind of the telling tale there. Southeast has prided themselves on the defense for so many years. And then that last game, Scotus threw the kitchen sink at him on the defense, basically.
And the thing is, that was a defensive game with 36-30. That was the Class C1 final just ended. Hastings Adams Central won that one 36-30. This is the one game we have left for the evening. And we hope if you're enjoying this from your homes there for these two cities, that they're saving the best for last. April Saylor's on the line, 5'4" sophomore. Misses the second one, misses 2. But Charlie Rogers pulls it down and hits it, and she has a chance for an old-fashioned triple.
Charlie Rogers, 31 points coming into this ball game tonight. South Sioux City with 3 Class B scoring leaders from this tournament entering tonight's ball game. Martin leading the way with 43, and then April Saylors on the strength of that big game last night. She has 35, and then Charlie Rogers adding to her totals.
You take Brooke Schwartz out of that matrix, and you do have the top 3, and they will be the top 3 by the end of the night.
Yep.
Full court trap now. They break it.
Whoopsie.
And they're going to get her for the traveling call. It was a question whether it was 3 or 4 steps on that one. Still, though, a good look by Roncalli to try to get the ball down to break the press. It's a little bit anxious, maybe.
Had the right thought, but just couldn't make it happen.
Thoughts don't produce buckets, unfortunately. Here come the Cardinals down, setting up 3 guards up top. Charlie Rogers down low. April Saylors. Just short off the rim. Nice head fake right there. This one's off. Charlie Rogers pulls it down. It's not good. This is rebounded by Kotrick. Ball back over. It won't roll. And she's called for traveling before the half. I have a feeling this is not going to be like the last game. There's going to be a few more points than 66 put up on the board.
Just a few more buckets. You know, these two crowds, they might not be the largest today, but they're loud. These South Sioux fans behind us are crazed.
Stays with South Sioux City. The Cardinals again in their home white, the Crimson Pride in their road maroon for the for this game. Three-point attempt here. Hits the back of the rim, bounds off, rebounded by South Sioux City. And ball turned over, tried to force a pass that wasn't going to go. Roncalli. And we're going to have an offensive foul. Went straight into her on that one.
That really looked like it might have hurt, too. Let's take another look at this. No doubt about it. Kelly Everett is set. And we'll go back the other way. We're going to have a substitution in the game.
Nikki Gargano comes in. She's a 6-foot freshman. And she's put up some numbers. 4 points and 4 rebounds a game. Heidi Grier takes a seat. Nice pass, no look pass. Trish Martin. They're going to say it's on the floor. The basket does not count, and they'll take it out underneath the goal. Dina Christensen on the foul. You see it there on the replay. It's on the floor, so they take it out below their own bucket. South Sioux City with the ball. Trish Martin banks it in there. That was almost a semi-fall away, Steve Van Hoosen, on that one.
Well, any way you can put it in, you might as well. She slapped that one off the box.
Sometimes the coaches go, no, no, no. Oh, good shot, good shot, good shot. I've had a few coaches do that in my day. Oh, good block there. 2 good blocks. Trish Martin down with it, and they're running. They've got a player in front of the crowd, a nice dish, and a bucket there by Kelly Everett. And the lead is 19-6 now with 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Roncalli may be looking for the last shot here to try to get something to go in the second quarter. Eight seconds now. 3 ball. Woo, sunk there. Good shot by Angie Gargano.
Boy, nothing but string.
Boy,
she just came in, too.
You know, the thing is, if you're cold and shooting like that, just imagine when she warms up.
She hasn't even broke a sweat yet.
You know, we have headsets on down here, and I think I heard that net go swack. And the shot is off. It's not going to count. 19-9 after 1 quarter. Back with the second quarter in just a moment.
Remember dancing cheek to cheek with your sweetheart as Guy Lombardo and his Royal Canadians rang in the new year? That classic style and distinctive music are celebrated once more.
It was a lucky April shower.
Relive those golden moments as Gavin MacLeod hosts this 1-hour special, Guy Lombardo and his Royal Canadians. It's the sweetest music this side of heaven.
Wednesday night at 7 on Nebraska Public Television.
You've been waiting years for this encore, and now they're back in a reunion concert from Los Angeles. Carreras, Domingo, Pavarotti with Meta, the 3 tenors in concert 1994, here on public television.
See it Sunday night at 8:15 on Nebraska Public Television.
I'm here with South Sioux City coach's son, Tommy Flynn. Tell me what your dad do to get everyone ready for the game today.
Well, all day they've just been relaxing and they've just been thinking about the game. They've been focusing, and they went out and ate as a team. And then the coaches all read them something and told about what Roncalli does and stuff. And all the coaches really contributed to pump them up for this game because they wanted to come off the big one last night.
All right, thanks a lot. Back to you guys.
Okay, thank you, Pam Sullivan. Shot by Trish Martin off the back of the rim, and the ball will go this way as we have a whistle. Let's see who the foul is on. Charlie Rogers, and she picks up her second foul on that one there. 16 fouls on Roncalli, 5 for South Sioux City, 1 more for Roncalli, and the Cardinals are in the bonus for the rest of the half. And this ball, I don't think Manute Bowl could have caught that one.
Unfortunately, another turnover for Roncalli. They're in a situation where only down by 10, but you don't want to let this thing slip away. against an explosive South Sioux City team.
Not with the numbers they put up so far.
Oh, man.
Sailors with the shot. It's off the right side of the rim. Trish Martin. Oh, stolen away there by Nikki Gargano.
She knew it. She knew she got away with a double dribble there.
Inside to Kontrick. She puts it up off the back of the rim. Rebounds again. This one also off the back and rebounded by Charlie Rogers. 3-on-2 fast break for the Cardinals. Off a knee, and they're going to go ahead and call it a kick and bring it back outside. 19-9, 6:53 to go in the second quarter. Glad you're staying here with us for this Class B championship game. We've had 5 really good games earlier today. None of them blowouts, even though some of the scores suggested that. They were all close until a certain point in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I don't think we've had a dud really all day.
No, not at all. If they're putting in 12 hours today and we're still awake, they can't be duds.
That's right. We're not going to let them be.
Ball off the rim. But you know, this is more fun than anything else.
It's better than sitting at a desk all day.
Well, unless the desk is red and has like player statistics all over it. Yeah. Roncalli will inbound underneath their basket. Ball blocked out of bounds. Roncalli will keep it. 10-point lead for South Sioux. Inside to Kontrick. He puts it up and in. She can make it look very easy in there. Cardinals right back with it up the floor. They thread the needle, go up for the shot. It's missed. Rebounded, blocked by Kontrick. Outside again, they'll set it up again. The poison intensity here is a 100%. There's Martin. Nothing but the net on that one. Net barely shook as that ball went through. 21-11 now. We're just at the 6-minute mark. Shot falls. Are they going to count it, though? Count it.
Let's take another look at that one. That's a nice, strong move into the box area. A little bit of a shuffle to get over there, maybe to try to...
Kind of looked like she leaned in a little bit as she tried to set for the charge. Charlie Rogers coming back in. She has 2 fouls.
Looks like the South Sioux band's just getting here. Is it getting bad outside or what?
Yeah, it must be. Maybe they, if it's that cold, maybe their logs got froze over and they couldn't get out of the bus. Look forward to hearing some good sound from them.
They're going to have to warm the brass up real quick.
Jump ball. And for the first time in this game, we'll take a look at the possession arrow, and it points toward Omaha Roncalli. Three ball off Rogers. On with the rebound. Here comes Trish Martin bringing the ball up very speedily. Dishes off. Nice spin move right there. Oh, that was pretty. Rogers up with the tip. Goes straight up with it without bounding back down. And that's why the lead's 23-13 now. 5.5 to go. Roncalli using 2 out front. Another 3 ball, and this one is sunk.
That's a couple.
Maureen McGill, 5'7" senior, filling it up from the outside. Trish Martin forced it a little bit offside, and Roncalli has a chance to cut the lead down to 5 or possibly 4 if they hit the 3 ball. Oh, what a pass inside right there. Talk about bringing the defense to you, Steve.
Yep. That's what they did.
Charlie Rogers up, and she gets fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2. Dina Christensen called for the foul. Substitution now for South Sioux. Kim Sublett checks in. Charlie Rogers will be on the free throw line for 2 shots. Once again, she's a 6'2" junior. She'll be back next year. She's averaging 16 a game and nearly 9 rebounds a game. Nice looking free throw style there. South Sioux bench. Some of the starters getting a little blow here. A little chance to rest. And she hits both of them. Okay, it is 25-18, a little over 4.5 to go, second quarter.
Meet the king of polka.
When you think of polka music, you think of Frankie Yankovic.
He's the father of polka music. That's it. Just because you think you're so pretty.
And for the first time, relive his extraordinary story.
Just because you think you got something.
Oh, and dance along if you like. Frank Yankovic, America's polka king.
See you Tuesday night at 7 on Nebraska Public Television.
When news affects your money, you want to know how and why. I'm Mark Crumpton. Every morning, Bloomberg Business News brings you the latest information to get your day started. Now, Bloomberg Business News has expanded and is more comprehensive than ever. For the news that affects your money, there's only one sure investment, Bloomberg Business News.
See it weekday mornings at 6 Central Time on Nebraska ETV's other channel, Educable. Check your local listings for Educable in your town.
Okay, take a look at the replay. Nice pass inside there for the bucket. That's what you want to do. Nikki Gargano hit the shot there for them, for Roncalli. Roncalli has the ball, and they're on the line. It's turned back over to the Cardinals. Cardinals lead at 25-18. Glad you could be here with us again for this one. This South Sioux City crowd, very boisterous behind me. This one's going to be way short. Charlie Rogers pulls down the rebound off the glass. Rebounded by Roncalli. They'll bring it the other way. Roncalli using 3 guards up top, a post player. And Kotrick, she goes in. She's hacked the harm and the hoop. She'll go to the line for a free throw. But she gets the ball down low. All she has to do is turn and lean. And if someone's moving, she's going to get the contact. And she has that nice soft touch. Natalie Kotrick, a 6'5" junior. Kelly Everett back in the game as Mindy Durant takes a rest. Kotrick, a 6'5" junior again, has a lot to look forward to in the senior season. No rotation on the free throw, that's why it bounded out. Trish Martin brings it up for the Cardinals. Oh, through the hands. You don't like to see that. Kelly Everett just in the game, maybe feeling a few of the jitters. They'll be worked out before too long. These players are in the state championship, and they're not here because they stay jittery too long. Roncalli with the ball, bringing it up. Kotrick, and she's getting hot. She scored the last 5 points, 6 points rather, for Roncalli. And they get the steal, and they have a chance to cut it to 1 or tie it up if they hit a 3. 25-22. And Kotrick is fouled. Let's see who it's on. Trish Martin in the foul, and she picks up her second of the game. Martin just didn't have position as Kotrick turned to the bucket. And we have a timeout on the floor. South Sioux City wants to talk about it. Roncalli wants to celebrate a little bit. We'll be back with the rest of it in a minute.
I will say one thing, though, that my wife is one of the most unusual women you'd ever want to meet. The vicissitudes of life don't seem to bother her, you know. I walk down the street and ladies recognize it, Red, and they give me a kiss on the cheek, and she never gets jealous, you know. And she raises thoroughbreds and quarter horses, and one stepped on her foot, and she didn't even get mad. So I think somebody like that, you should always be nice and say nice things. But wherever she spits, grass never grows again.
Enjoy an evening of laughter with Red Skelton and his special guest Marcel Marceau, Wednesday night at 8:30 on Nebraska Public Television.
They're back in a reunion concert from Los Angeles. Carreras, Domingo, Pavarotti with Meta, the three tenors in concert 1994, here on public television.
See it Sunday night at 8:15 on Nebraska Public Television.
Welcome back. Say hello, everyone, to the Class B state championship for the girls. South Sioux City and Roncalli. Natalie Kontrick on the line for Roncalli. She'll shoot 2. This one falls, and it's a 2-point game. 25-23, 3.5 minutes to go before halftime. And this one is living up to its billing as maybe the most even matchup of the whole day. And Kontrick brings her team to within 1. We're going to see a full court press here. The Cardinals break it fairly easily. And they have a foul here. And both teams are now in the bonus for the next 3.5 minutes. Both teams will shoot 1 and 1. Trish Martin on the line. We've already talked about her scoring average this year. 23 points a game for the 6-foot junior. She's also averaging almost 10 rebounds a game, 9.6 to be exact. And she hits that one a little hard off the back, but it fell through the net to count. Lead up, back up to 2. Trish very focused in hitting both those free throws. 27-24 as we watch Roncalli bring it down the floor. Matchup man-to-man used by South Sioux City here. A lot of passing and picking away and spotting players down low. 3-ball, good. Angie Gargano, 5'8" sophomore, ties the game up at 27. They get the turnover. It's back to Roncalli's way. Gargano again pulls up, bounds out. Ton of excitement here in this Class B final here. They try to pass across the lane, and Gargano picks it off. Kim Sublett stepped in front to knock it out of bounds. Roncalli will keep the ball. 2.5 minutes now, 27-27 the score. In for Roncalli. Emily Hayek. Roncalli has the ball. Going down low. Kontrick leans in, misses the shot, rebounded by Kelly Everett. She brings it down in a big-time collision involving 3 bodies. And Hayek will pick up the foul. Wow. Watch the 3-man collision right here. Ooh. It's a matter of the legs getting tied up. Look like a pretzel. Must be the pretzels. Kelly Everett will go to the line. She's a 5'7" junior, averaging 9 a game. And she hits the free throw on the front end of the 1-and-1. Both coaches have shed the coats, and for good reason. With everything they're hitting and the way they're doing, it's hot in here. Full court trap now by South Sioux City. Funny thing right there, right in front of me, Laura Beck tried to throw it through Kelly Everett's legs, and it simply bounded between them and knocked out of bounds. Roncalli keeps the ball. Full court trap again, and it's back over to Roncalli. When you have a trap, you usually want to try to break it Not trying to pass over because that's where you get turnovers, and South Sioux City almost forced 2 of them right there. That's the way you want to break it right there. 2-on-1 break. Pull up, not hit. Kotrick with the rebound, puts it up and in. She had position and simply did it that time. And it's 29 all. 2-on-3. And nice shot there by Trish Martin over Kotrick. That's the second one she shot over as South Sioux City retakes the lead. Cardinals lead by 2.
You can't play, baby. Baby, wake up, man.
And they're going to get Kotrick over the back. She didn't like it. She did not like it one darn bit. From this angle, it kind of looked like she was over the back. Kelly Flynn wanting his team to stretch the lead out a little bit. Back into the game, Nikki Gargano. Kotrick will take a seat. 1:40 to go, that's her second. 31-29, the South Sioux City Cardinals leading this one. Kim Sublett in for Candy Blackbird. Brandy Delperdang on the free throw strike. And she hits this one at every part of the rim, but hey, it counts just the same. Delperdang a 5'8". Senior, averaging 5.8 a game. Rebounded, goes over to Roncalli. 32-29 the score. More full court pressure by the Cardinals. They hit the high post, and it's stolen away by Kelly Everett. Trish Martin in her hand. She's dangerous in this situation. She misses, and Roncalli has the numbers. And they find the numbers there, and it goes out of bounds. You cannot rag on anybody for their not being aggressive. They're pushing it all the way to the limit in this one. Give both teams credit for that. Little trap being employed now by Roncalli. Kelly Everett puts a wild shot up. Oh, nice weave inside, but it's wild also. Kelly Delperdang didn't have control, and Roncalli now controls. Inside a minute now, 32-29 South Sioux City. Lots of picks being set, lots of screens. And a steal this time. Kelly Sublett, 2-on-1 break. She takes it all the way in. It's off, rebounded by Delperdang, missed. Trish Martin in. That's relentlessness on the boards, and the lead is now 5 with 30 seconds to go. John Moran did not like what he saw on that one, but he may like this layup by Nikki Gargano. With 20 seconds to go, it's a 3-point game. Ten seconds now, inside to Martin. She misses, puts it back up, and this one is in. Roncalli has one last chance, ball out of bounds. 2.9 to go. And John Moran just slammed the ball down in disgust. Didn't like what he saw right in front of his bench. Excuse me. 2.9. Long shot. Oh, at the back of the rim. But still, South Sioux City leads this at halftime in the Class B Girls Championship. 36-31, and Pam Sullivan, I think we have a very colorful person with you.
I'm over here with the Roncalli fans. They're down a little bit, but I understand you had a pep rally to get your team ready. What'd you do?
Well, the basketball players went out in the middle, and they did cheers with the cheerleaders. And then that's about all they did, but they got it going.
You think they'll be able to pull it back?
I think they will.
All right, great. Back to you, Steve.
All right, we have Omaha Roncalli head coach John Moran. You weathered a nice little storm there from South Sioux City, and you're still in this ball game.
Oh, you bet. That's a big storm of weather with Angie Gargano coming off the bench and hitting those threes. I don't know what it was, 2 or 3 of them. Yeah. With Heidi and Dina on the bench, we are sitting real good right now.
All right.
And we're still going to take it at them, and we'll stay with our game plan. So we're feeling good right now.
All right.
Real fortunate.
Okay, very good, coach. Best of luck to you in the second half. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with our halftime activities in just a second.
The 1995 State High School Basketball Finals are brought to you by
Nebraska's community colleges, including Central, Metro, Mid-Plains, Northeast, Southeast, and Western. Serving 1 in every 10 Nebraskans, Nebraska's community colleges, where Nebraska goes to college.
Fossilman's Pump and Pantry, providing Nebraskans with gasoline and goodies for long road trips or just a ride across town. Pump and Pantry with 35 locations throughout Nebraska.
The 1995 State Basketball Finals, a cooperation in pride. The 1995 State High School Basketball Finals are brought to you by
the Foundation for Educational Funding, NSLP, and NEBHELP, helping students and families meet college expenses, bringing education within reach.
Briggs Incorporated of Omaha, offering the bold look of Kohler plumbing fixtures and faucets. Available at Briggs Incorporated of Omaha's showroom.
The 1995 State Basketball Finals, a cooperation in pride.
You know him best as the stern floor manager on Are You Being Served?
He insisted on being known as captain instead of Mr., which, in a subtle way, sort of just showed you what a pompous idiot he was.
Now meet the real man behind the character as he shares some interesting stories of his career.
And she said, Captain Freakout, are you P?
Join us for a conversation with Captain Peacock.
Sunday at 3:05 on Nebraska Public Television. Watch Bill Nye the Science Guy weekdays at 5:30. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is your Nebraska ETV network.
Science rules.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. So many names out to everybody, so many pictures. We've got a lot of talent in the state here. I mean, this is the 19th year of women's basketball. 20th year being ushered in with a lot of young talent that we saw. Some of these folks not making the all-star lists, but in Class B, it's no different. You got Michelle Trader, Laura Glazer, Trish Martin, who we're seeing here tonight. I mean, this is a list that goes on, and really, Brooke Schwartz deserves to be in the top 5, but it just comes down to having only 5 slots.
It's a numbers game in all this. We have a lot of players that have very similar numbers. Some of them score better in other columns than others. It's just these are the ones the coaches pick these, and it's too bad you have to narrow it down to 5. Just like it's too bad you have to have only 1 state champion, because everybody that comes here is of championship caliber, and we've seen some good championship caliber basketball here in this game.
You bet. And I know a lot of the coaches, they felt like they maybe not have been able to ballot on a player that they didn't play against. So they went on ahead and voted for the players that they had seen. And, you know, maybe that's why you don't see a Brooke Schwartz in a situation like this. But once again, a lot of these players could be top 5 material and are top 5 material.
You know, if Brooke Schwartz had played in this championship game tonight, she might have left with the leading scorer here in Class B. They got knocked out last night. She still scores 48 points in 2 games. That's 24 a game. That's all state material. And whether she's on honorable mention or one of the starting 5, she is very deserving, as the players of her caliber are deserving of being on the list.
All right, we'll be right back with more halftime activity in just a second.
Well, that is
wonderful for my children, and they love to sit and watch it, and it keeps them busy in the mornings. And on Sesame Street, they've learned so much with all the wonderful things that Sesame Street does. We just really enjoy it, don't we, guys?
We're in the World's Carmen San Diego because I like all the states that they show and all that.
Barney and Sesame Street and all kinds of stuff like that.
Say shiny time. Shiny time.
Sesame Street is a big favorite, and Barney, and we love Shining Time now. All of a sudden we have a big interest in trains. So public television is great.
I will say one thing, though, that my wife is one of the most unusual women you'd ever want to meet. The vicissitudes of life don't seem to bother her, you know. I walk down the street and ladies recognize, say, Red, and they give me a kiss on the cheek, and she never gets jealous, you know. And she raises thoroughbreds and quarter horses, and one stepped on her foot, and she didn't even get mad. So I think somebody like that, you should always be nice and say nice things. But wherever she spits, grass never grows again.
Enjoy an evening of laughter with Red Skelton and his special guest Marcel Marceau, Wednesday night at 8:30 on Nebraska Public Television.
Hi, I'm Gina Smith.
And I'm John Levine.
You've probably heard all about the Information Superhighway. Oh, take that exit.
We'll be cruising that highway stretch known as the Internet, and you're invited.
And you don't have to be a computer geek to enjoy the fun and the games on the Internet.
Or to tap the resources of the world's largest computer network.
So take a drive with us on the Internet Show.
Coming March 19th to Nebraska Public Television.
Welcome back to the Devaney Center. Let's check out the halftime statistics, and they do tell a little bit of the story. Field goals and percentage pretty much the same. South Sioux City with 2 more field goals. The telltale signs are the free throws. South Sioux City with 4 more than Roncalli. They've missed 3. Roncalli has missed 4, and there's your score difference in this 36-31 game. Rebounds being won by South Sioux City 18-8. Turnovers virtually even at 10 and 12. Both teams being very aggressive, and it's showing up on the scores and it's showing up in the turnover column. That's it for the halftime statistics. We'll be back with more halftime and the start of the second half when we come back.
They're back.
Monty Python. Oh, you mean the rock group?
The comedy troupe that needs no introduction returns to the place where it all began.
Sex and violence, we like that.
Get ready for something completely different.
This is an experiment.
Sneak a peek into the life of Python.
Wednesday night at 9:40 on Nebraska Public Television.
Nebraska Public Television is where the action is. Show your support for high school and college sports by becoming a member of Nebraskans for Public Television. To keep you ahead of the game, you'll receive Choice Magazine, our monthly program guide. Send $30 to Nebraskans for Public Television. Post Office Box 83111, Lincoln, Nebraska 68501. If you're already a member, give a gift membership and share your support for Nebraska Public Television.
They're back in a reunion concert from Los Angeles. Carreras, Domingo, Pavarotti with Meta, the 3 tenors in concert 1994, here on Public Television.
See it Sunday night at 8:15 on Nebraska Public Television.
Welcome back. We're at halftime of our Class B game. South Sioux head coach Kelly Flynn with us. And, Coach, you're concerned about the foul situation.
Well, we're just a little concerned with Charlie Rogers, our 6'2" post player. She's got 3 fouls, and they continue to go inside with Patrick, and that makes it a little tough when Charlie's got 3 fouls. But she's played a lot this year with 3 fouls. We tried to talk about that. In district, she had 3 and came out and had a real big second half. So we're just hoping that she can stay out of that 4th and 5th foul and get after it this second half.
All right, Coach, very good. Best of luck to you in that second half.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for your time, Kelly Flynn, coach of the South Sioux City Cardinals.
was a little girl, everyone would ask me, "Oh, did you see what was on TV last night?" I'd say, "Nah, I'd rather go outside and play. I don't want to watch TV. I don't understand what's being said. I always have to ask people to fill me in." Then, later, someone told me there was something called captions, which meant I could read what's being said and follow along at the same time. I said, "Really?" Watching TV with captions, I was amazed. The change was huge. It really made a big difference in my life.
We're all fascinated by the future.
Genetic engineering on the next episode.
We should know as much as we can about genetics, but there's a reason we go through evolution, and there's a reason we have mutations.
Future Quest.
Watch Future Quest Sunday night at 11:45 on Nebraska Public Television.
Welcome back, everyone. Second half just starting. South Sioux City inbounds. They will be going from your right to left. Roncalli will be the reverse, going from left to right on your TV screen. And we already have a first shot put up, rebounded by Roncalli, and they'll bring it back the other way. Second half underway, 36-31, South Sioux City leading Roncalli by 5. The ball goes down to Kotrick, down low, leans in, a little hard, gets the rebound, a little soft, and South Sioux City pulls down the rebound. I'm joined here by my tag team partner, Steve Van Hoosen. And Steve, what do you expect here in the second half?
Trish Martin. Lots of Trish Martin for South Sioux.
Like right here. Take the Sailors off. And Roncalli's on it, and they'll bring it back down this way.
Got to be honest with you, I didn't get a chance to see a lot of that second quarter. But
yeah, folks are wondering why I was running my mouth off.
Coach Flynn's worried about the foul situation.
They might want to be worried about the turnover situation. A lot of them, 22 in the first half.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, we've already, well, that's total for both teams.
Still.
Trish Martin, there's the beginning of lots, maybe, as they up that lead to 7. Matches their biggest lead of the game. Roncalli gets it down low. That's Heidi Greyer. Heidi's a 5'10" senior who's, from what I understand, her father dropped by the table earlier tonight. She's just a good all-around student and athlete. Tests herself very well, athletically and academically. Scored a 26 on her ACT.
Class president.
Lettered in 3 sports, softball, basketball. Actually 4 sports, including track with basketball.
Softball, b-ball, volleyball, track.
Right now she's worried about basketball and worried about a 6-point deficit her team is under. And a kick out of bounds. Greyer with that. She is one of the few players that averages more rebounds than points. 11 rebounds a game and 8.5 points a game. Nice pass in there. Charlie Rogers backing in, banks it off the glass, and the lead is now up to 8, and that is their largest of the game. I don't think John Moran envisioned his team opening up like this or letting South Sioux City do this.
No, he was very confident and feeling real positive about coming into this second half, being in the position that Roncalli was in.
Okay. Natalie Kotrick misses it. I saw her lip the word foul. She thought she was fouled. Officials didn't see it that way. Lead in shot, rebounded by Kotrick. Knocked out of her hands, but a foul is going to be called on Brandy Delperdang on the backside. Official said she got some wrist along with the ball, and that will cost her. That is her second foul. 3 or 4 players now for the Cardinals have 2 fouls.
John Moran up off the bench again.
You know, I said earlier both these coaches shed the coats. I don't think they wore coats.
I think you're right.
Because I remember in the pregame interviews they didn't have coats. They figured they're going to shag them anyway. Why bring them?
Yep.
Good hustle there by Delperdang. She's a ball of energy. She's not going to quit. Neither one of these teams is going to quit. There's a lot of basketball to be played. A little over 5.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Hope you're enjoying this Class B final. We sure are. Nice shot there by Laura Beck. Bangs it off the rim for 2. 40-34 now. Another turnover. And they're going to go, and they're going to pull it back. Didn't have the numbers. Ball's going to be a little short. Rebounded by South Sioux City. Here comes Trish Martin. She doesn't have an angle, but she's going to put it up anyhow, and she's fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line for 2. Foul is on Dina Christensen.
Here's another look at it. Trish Martin, just as good with the left hand as she is with the right.
Ambidexterity. I think that's the word that no one uses, but is the proper term. Ambidexterity.
I believe you are correct. This is a D1 player we're looking at here. Lots of interest among the colleges.
I would imagine her mailbox is full.
Yeah.
And will probably be getting fuller.
They bag this tonight, I'm sure it will.
Sure.
Not that it hasn't already.
Missed the second free throw. Here comes Roncalli down, trailing 41-34.
She's coming back another year, too.
Yeah.
That's the scary thing.
And she's probably already getting that much mail. Jump ball called.
Here's the box again.
Like I say, our little friend, the possession arrow, points to South Sioux City. One busy official.
You know, people may think that that's kind of a PUD job, but what if you screw that up?
Then you screw the whole game up.
You're in trouble.
Free ball right there.
She's keeping a minute.
Angie Gargano has simply just filled it up and loaded them up from the outside. Bombs from out there. Trish Martin in traffic, misses it, rebounded, put back up, and it's off, and Roncalli rebounds. And they've got a 2-on-2, and they're going to pull it back out. Both these teams showing excellent poise here and excellent aggression. Kotrick misses the shot. The lean-in not working for her right now like it was in the second quarter there. They're going to get her for steps. She wanted to drive, and then she decided to pass, and usually the mixed result is a walk. 3:47 to go in the third quarter.
Fish gotta swim and birds gotta fly.
You've loved the songs. Now join more stars than we can ever show in this promo in a musical tribute to the fella who wrote them, celebrating Oscar Hammerstein II on great performances.
Coming March 15th to Nebraska Public Television.
You know him best as the stern floor manager on Are You Being Served?
He insisted on being known as Captain instead of Mr., which, in a subtle way, sort of just showed you what a pompous idiot he was.
Now meet the real man behind the character as he shares some interesting stories of his career.
And she said, Captain Freakout, are you P?
Join us for a conversation with Captain Peacock.
Sunday at 3:05 on Nebraska Public Television.
Thank you very much. We are back. 4-point game, good game, lots of intensity. Full court press by South Sioux City in their home white against Roncalli in their traveling maroon. And this ball is thrown away. South Sioux City takes over on their own end right at the 5-second line. And they'll set it up. Trish Martin gives a head fake and puts it up and in. That's the third time she's gotten it over Kotrick. I think she has her number, at least for right now.
She probably hasn't taken a break this game either.
There's Kotrick, and she's going to be fouled, and she wanted it to fall, but it fell just short. And if that's on Charlie Rogers, that's her third.
Ouch.
And that is her third.
Let's take another look at this. Once again, you have a situation that South Sioux City just doesn't really match up to this. It's tough for them to match up to her.
Well, earlier when she was hitting, as we watch Jesse Rager come in, 5'7" senior, Charlie Rogers will take a rest with those 3 fouls. We saw her leaning in and hitting that shot in the second quarter, but it was on the opposite hash mark. That may have something to do with it.
Kotri there? Huh.
Rebounded. South Sioux City working on stretching the lead out to 7. It's 5 right now. April Sailors has the ball. Oh, and she double dribbled. Thinking of it once again between a pass and a move. You either travel or you double dribble. Ball's out of bounds.
Close to another turnover.
Right in front of the Roncalli fans, and we got the floor shaking here with the Cardinals fans. Well, maybe it's the reverb from the Roncalli fans. Shot is missed. They bring it back out. South Sioux City, April Sailors, 3-ball, nothing but the net there, and the lead is now 8. Matching the largest. April Sailors is lethal from out there. We have a turnover right in front of our bench and a re-turnover. South Sioux City had it, Steve, right in front of us here.
It's a good call.
Ball goes off. Roncalli has it. Oh, a little too much momentum there for Kim Sublett as she bounds in to Angie Gargano.
Oh, John Moran. Before we broke for half, it looked like he was going to throw a piston. Roncalli had committed a turnover.
Well,
oh, he was hot.
He didn't throw a piston, but he threw a rod because he slammed the ball down once.
Yeah, that's the situation I'm talking about. There's Kotrick again.
Kotrick on the inside doing that nice lean in from the right side. That seems to be her strong side. 46-40 right now. And this time Martin didn't get away with the head fake. Kotrick got a piece of it and it knocked it out of bounds.
Trish Martin asking herself, where was the foul there?
The problem for her was there was no foul there.
She had to run back down to the other end of the floor.
Ball inside. And blocked again. She didn't get away with it. That was gone to the well one too many times.
Yep, Kotrick was waiting for that.
Roncalli pushing it down, trying to bring the lead down to 4, possibly 3. Traveling called. You aren't going to cut into that lead with all these turnovers.
Sorry, Vince.
I'm sorry, John Moran once again, Steve, as you mentioned before, looking a little bit frustrated over there on the sidelines.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I mean, he knows his team can play better than this. It's the turnovers that are stopping him.
Minute and a half to go, and it looks like South Sioux City's bringing it out.
Gonna wait for one here.
I wonder if Dean Smith is in the crowd.
Seen it a couple times.
And the turnover. Here comes Gargano. And we got a foul. And Mindy Durant looked very surprised to see that. She's saying, who, me? Let's see if it was her.
Well, the video speaks for itself.
Oh, a little nudge.
I'm not going to say a thing.
Little nudgy.
I'm not going to say a thing.
You can either say it's a foul or incidental contact, one of the two. We'll take the official's word for it.
I think overall the officiating today has been really, really good.
Kotrick, left side, hits it. And all of a sudden, it's a 4-point game. This one ain't going to end early. Shot put up, missed, rebounded, Durant. Misses it. Sailors can't get it to go. April Sailors at 5'4", tried to go in amongst the trees, and a couple of limbs kind of blocked it down.
John Moran just shaking his head, wondering why.
He's trying to shake the gray hairs that the turnovers are causing.
Yeah. Just wants his team to settle down, play within themselves.
That's what's gotten them back in this game. The lead was once 8, it's now 4. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter now. You have to give Moran's team credit. They simply do not give up on anything, as has none of the teams today. They're simply scrapping. You have to credit Kelly Flynn's team for maintaining the lead. April Sailors from long range off the short.
Nice pass. Good look there to find Trish Martin.
You said lots of Trish Martin. Our cup's about half full.
I just guessed.
And missed by Kotrick. 5 seconds to go. Can they get off one more shot? Trish Martin's gonna be way short. And at the end of the third quarter, it's 48-42 South Sioux City, back for the final stanza of the night.
Together again for the first time in 14 years, the Eagles.
Welcome to the Hotel California.
Their songs are like old friends. It just feels good to be around them. The Eagles in the spotlight. Right here.
Friday night at 9 on Nebraska Public Television.
If you've had all the tears you can take for one afternoon, then turn to Educable. We've got all the steamy stuff, from the bold and the beautiful to the young and the restless. And if it's tall, dark, and handsome you want, Educable's got that too. There's another world out there, and you've only got one life to live, so live it up. Weekdays on Educable.
I'm here with some guys who give new meaning to grooving with the music. Tell me, how long did it take you to work out your routine?
Oh, just 5 or 10 minutes on weekends.
And what do you think it adds to your band play?
I just think it adds a lot of incentive to the crowd and the band, and we figure if the team's going to put up so much effort on the court, we might as well put up a lot of effort to support them and get the fans into it.
All right, well, you guys are looking great. You're the only band that's doing it, so good luck.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Pam. That's one thing I love about the state tournament. All the different people you had, the musicians, the people that paint their faces, the coaches, and the fans that come in just to support their teams. It's wonderful.
It's too bad we can't see more of that during the season.
Kotrick on the bucket there. I would like to see more of that during the season, but you know, the painting the faces is getting to be more popular every day.
Yeah, it is. And that's fun.
That one's way short, that last shot. South Sioux City in a full court press. Glad you're staying up with us, folks. We've been here long enough to where it's past our bedtime, but we're glad to be here too amongst you. Nice drive there, beautiful shot that time. Heidi Greyer, the 5'10" senior, showing some leadership with that one. 2-point game with just under 7 minutes to go. Ooh, nice fake. Oh, rainbow shot. Kelly Everett on the baseline simply put that one up there in Purvis short territory.
When she started that move, I thought we might hear a whistle for traveling the way those have been going today, but she ended up getting a nice bucket out of that.
Speaking of nice buckets, there's one from Laura Beck. Still a 2-point game with 6.5, 50-48. April Saylor's way downtown, misses that one. Rebounded, and I think, oh, they're going to call a foul. But they might have called
a foul. Looks like she's going to kick this one as she goes down. Laura Beck still fighting for the ball. This is live action, Vince.
Thank you, Steve. And South Sioux City clinging to that 2-point lead. And another foul. This time on the contact out front. Dina Christensen, the 5'10 senior. And I believe that's 5 on her. Yes, Deanna Christensen fouls out. Teammates consoling her. This game is far from over. They may be riding in jubilation when they see goose eggs on that scoreboard.
Very easily.
Trish Martin, another one. This time she gets the bucket.
What an arsenal. She's got such an offensive arsenal.
John Moran telling his team to bring the offense out. That was a forced shot right there. Kotrick battling it around down in there. And this shot hit by Angie Gargano. And it remains a 2-point game. Gargano with the steal. It's a speed race now. Who gets there first? Gargano doesn't. She misses the shot anyhow. And she gets called. It's either her or Laura Beck on the foul, Steve.
I've really been impressed with Gargano's play. She came in the first half, buried a couple of deep threes. Now she's coming in. Forced turnover there, playing great.
Timeout on the floor. 2-point game. It looks like this one may go down to the wire. 52-50 South Sioux City.
Curious about the latest children's program on the radio? Every Sunday evening, tune in to Rabbit Ears Radio with host Mel Gibson. Actors and musicians combine their talents to bring to life folk tales like Paul Bunyan and twice-told stories like The Child Who Drew Cats. Not for children only, Rabbit Ears Radio. Great stories well told on the Nebraska Public Radio Network.
They were simpler days then. Days when milk was delivered to our homes, when the local soda fountain was the place to be, when automobiles meant more than just transportation. They were days of community, purpose, and spirit. Very special days indeed. Join us as we take a sentimental journey back in time and remember when.
See it Monday night at 7 on Nebraska Public Television.
Welcome back, everyone. This is a 2-point ball game. South Sioux City, Omaha, Roncalli, the Class B title up for grabs. With the call, here's Vince Erickson.
Thank you, Steve. Charlie Rogers went for the bucket there. She got fouled instead. She's back in the game despite 3 fouls. But with 5 minutes to go, you need to have your horses in.
Yep. It's crunch time.
Rogers, again, a 6'2" junior. A lot of people here from South Sioux City watching. A lot of people in the Devaney Center for this session today.
This looks like it's going to go down as the 4th biggest girls basketball tournament attendance-wise. Unofficially for 1995, 50,442 fans. A good showing for a good tournament.
And that it has been. Not a bad game today amongst the bunch. This one here, one of the more exciting 2 3-point game. Roncalli with the rebound, can bring it down, can tie it, or else pull it within 1. Gargano, oh, just off. Rebounded by Heidi Grier. She's up. No shot. It's on the floor. Let's see who gets it. It looks like it's going to be Delperdang on the foul. Yes, it is. Brandy Delperdang, the 5'6" sophomore. Heidi Grier will inbound right near her goal for Roncalli. And a shot put up here. Rims out. And there comes South Sioux City pushing the ball up. Kim Sublett with the rock. And it's a mad scramble. And to our friendly little friend, the possession arrow, it goes to Omaha Roncalli.
Huge part of the games today.
I think the official there is going to be more famous than we are.
That's all right.
Of course, that's not very hard.
True.
A block on the floor. That one looks like it's going to go against Kelly Everett, the 5'7" junior, number 10.
Another look at this one. Nice move to the basket.
Once again, it looks like most of the players are getting set. It just looks like they're not getting there in time.
Yep.
The rule is you have to give them room to come down. That cuts down on injury and also makes sure you are set in your position. And this one is hard off both sides of the rim. Here comes Trish Martin. Boy, she is intense still, just as she was at the beginning of the game.
She hasn't sat a minute.
No. Randy Rogers flashing inside. Excuse me, Charlie Rogers, that is. Here's Trish up with the shot. This one is short. And Charlie Rogers up with it. Almost falls in.
I thought that was going.
I thought it was too. Anything that goes that high usually goes.
Another look at this one. Martin with that shot, no good. And then watch this rainbow. Up, up.
And not away.
Just a couple bounces and can't get it to fall in.
Charlie Rogers on the line. She averages 16 a game, 8.7 rebounds. Dave Stevener, the assistant over there. Excuse me, Ed Wilkin for South Sioux City. You saw him just a minute ago barking out some instructions. Assistant coaches both utilized very well by both of these coaches here. Three and a half minutes to go. 4-point lead for South Sioux City. Another foul called on the turnover on Roncalli. Nikki Gargano, 6-foot freshman. Okay, folks are going to talk things over for the final 3.5 minute strategy. We'll be right back.
The voice was unmistakable.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
The songs were unforgettable.
A blossom fell.
There'll never be another like the incomparable Nat King Cole.
Unforgettable. That's what you are.
It's time to rediscover the classic sounds of Nat King Cole.
Then, at 9:45...
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
What was it that took Nat King Cole from his boyhood in a Baptist church in Montgomery, Alabama, to stardom in England's royal palace?
Nat King Cole represented something that no other black performer represented in that period.
Don't miss this collection of interviews and film clips of his biggest hits in this marvelous account of one of our most versatile performers, Nat King Cole.
Tuesday night at 8:35 on Nebraska Public Television.
Welcome back. I'm here with a fan who's been here since 9 a.m. What's the favorite game you've seen today?
Well, I liked the first game, the one between Cambridge and Sandy Creek.
And why'd you like that one?
Oh, it was a pretty good one. It was fun. It was interesting, some of the games.
And why did you come out here today?
Just to enjoy the games.
All right, it has been an enjoyable day. Thanks for joining us. Back to you, Vince and Steve.
Thank you, Pam. A fan here since 9:30. Steve, we're not the only ones, evidently.
Well, I guess I'm a fan.
Good. Hopefully she'll stay up and watch your sports. You'll have the day's sports here about a half hour after we finish. We've got a long way from finishing. 3 minutes to go in this one. South Sioux City leading it 54-50. They have the ball. Trish Martin. Oh, nice dish down low. And that is Kelly Everett. That was beautiful right there.
She's doing everything. Trish Martin, just when they get her to commit, thinking she's going to shoot, she dishes it off.
All the players today who have been the marquee players have been able to do that.
Yep.
And there's Natalie Kotrick with a nice bucket there to keep the game at 4. 2.5 left now. Charlie Rogers in the middle, 6'2". She can get up over. And a turnover. April Sailors has it. Over to Trish Martin. She sees the open person, and a shot is in. And just like that, the game is up to 8, 60-52. And John Moran, I think, just blew a gasket. Turnovers will do that for you. We had a 4-point game here no more than 15 seconds ago. Now it's up to 8. Nice steal by April Sailors. Gets it to the other part of the trifecta there. In Trish Martin. Then she goes inside for the good look.
Didn't take him long to jump off that bench once that last bucket was scored.
60-52. Once again, we'll give you the scores of the earlier games. In the Class C2 game, it was Cambridge beating Sandy Creek 64-57, 3 straight titles and 71 straight wins for Cambridge. In the D2 game, it was Chambers beating Lawrence 68-55. Class A, a game that was a lot closer than the score indicates, 63-44. Lincoln Southeast with the 3-peat. D1, Litchfield beaten by Axtell. Columbus Scotus lost to Hastings Adams Central. And this game, 2:19 from being done, with South Sioux City employing an 8-point lead.
That little spurt right there could come back to hurt Roncalli.
They're taking much better care of the ball, being more deliberate bringing the ball up this time. Roncalli has shown the character not to quit tonight. Just like that, 3-pointer. Angie Gargano. Just we're talking about character, they come right back, they cut it to 5. Dish inside, Charlie Rogers. Trish Martin again on the assist. She may have the triple-double before the night's over.
She's close. You know, that could be the big reason why they scored 88 points last night.
Here's Gargano again. This one is off the back of the rim. Natalie Kotrick puts it back in. 62-57, 5-point game with 1.5 minutes now to go.
Kotrick is so steady.
And here they go. They're going to pull it out, try to milk some clock now. Trish Martin with it. Inside to Rogers. She tries to go to one side, can't do it, gets the ball back, blocked, and Kotrick is going to be called for the foul. She really had to work down there, Steve, to get that one, but she got what she needed in the foul.
She's been working against Kotrick all night. Kotrick's got that edge on her as far as the height goes, and they've just been trying to muscle it over. We've seen a couple of rainbows get over the outstretched hands of Kotrick, but she is a force to be reckoned with down low.
Nikki Gargano called on the foul. Kotrick not called. That is the second one on Gargano. 62-57, 1:13 to go in this one. Steve, can you give us a little preview of what you'll have on sports tonight later on?
We're going to be recapping all the day's action from the 19th Girls State Basketball Tournament.
From what I understand also, there has been a little more headway made in the baseball talks. Not exactly sure what. Heard a little something about it this morning, of course. We know what that means in baseball. You just never know.
More tomorrow.
Yeah, film at 11.
Interesting situation there. All I ask is that they don't settle the thing today or next Saturday. Anytime after that, fine. We have our hands tied with the boys next week.
And that's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in those early games. Of course, we will have as many as we can get for you on Thursday night at noon, 6 and 10. We will be live. We'll attempt to go live from the Devaney Center, noon, 6 and 10 on Thursday and Friday. And, of course, Saturday we will have
wall-to-wall
basketball.
Something like that.
Charlie Rogers' first free throw is off. She'll get the second one. Lead can go up to 6 if she hits. And she misses both of them. And over the back, call. This one on Kelly Everett. Right now, it's still a 2-possession game with the 3-pointer. Minute 12. Going to the line will be Heidi Greyer. Maybe one of the most well-rounded athletes we have seen so far.
Well, she's quite strong in the classroom, too. I'm looking over some of the data her dad brought by the table today. She puts in a full day, it looks like.
And she's put in a full night here. That was a little strong. And it's brought down. Roncalli looks like they may have it, and a foul called on Kim Sublett, the 5'8" junior, going for the ball. Evidently, the Cardinals fans behind us don't agree.
I don't think so. They've been one of the most vocal groups we've had in here today, I think.
Sure. And they have let their feelings be known. Greyer back on the line. And she hits this one, not even touching the rim as it went down to score. 62-59 with 1:09 to go. John Moran talking to his players. And it's a 2-point game. And now they're going to press. Trish Martin has it. She gets it across the timeline, picks it up. Some fans thought she might have walked. Mitchell was right there. Inside a minute now. And a timeout called by South Sioux City to talk things over. They've got a lot to talk about, Steve. What do you think the strategy is going to be with the 2-point lead on their part at Roncalli? What's their strategy going to be 2 points down?
It looks like Roncalli is pressing to try to make something happen. A forced turnover, anything. So it's not a situation where they're desperate at this point, but I just can't believe the way Roncalli has hung in there. I think South Sioux has given him their best shot, and they took it.
You know, what's funny is South Sioux usually averages 82 points a game. Roncalli's defense has kept them down to 62. Now, granted, we are 56 seconds away from completion here, at least in regulation, but still, if you're holding a powerhouse team like that, you're doing some things right, and that's why they're here in the state championship. Pam Sullivan has another report for us. Pam.
I'm here on the South Sioux City bench. You're only ahead by 2 points going to the last minute. Do you think you can pull it off?
Oh, definitely. We have a really great team. They're really working together, and I know we can do it.
What's the spirit like on the team right now?
Everyone works for each other, and it's all teamwork. We just get along, and it's all for one another.
All right, so that teamwork pays off. Thanks a lot. Back to you guys.
Hey, thank you, Pam. We're inside a minute. South Sioux City has the ball, protecting a 2-point lead. Trish Martin has it now. And it's back. Roncalli has the defense all the way out in a half-court press. Trish Martin gets a lob rainbow. It's up, and she hits it over Kotrick. That may be the biggest bucket of the night as the lead is up to 4 with 30 seconds to go. Roncalli needs something, and they need it quickly. And a foul is called. I could not see anything. The official was right in front of me.
Little contact underneath there.
A little bit of contact. That one is on Kelly Everett.
Making the Crimson Pride earn it from the line.
Nikki Gargano hits the first one. As he hits this one, it cuts the lead to 2. And it is 2. Here comes the press now. 21 seconds to go. Let's see how this one finishes out. Trish Martin fouled by Angie Gargano. And there's nothing better at the end of a game than to see the money player on the line.
Well, if you're South Sioux, this is definitely the person you want to see there. That could have easily been a jump ball, too.
Sure.
Not to second-guess the official, but it was that clean.
Well, when you're getting along the sidelines there, sometimes the vision becomes blocked, but they know that sometimes you get a little bit of risk there, and that's the human element of the game that I think needs to be preserved, because they call what they see, not what they think they see, but what they see.
Yep,
And that is to their credit, because you have to be decisive when you do that.
We've had good officiating, I think, all day.
Every single game.
Yep.
They've kept the control of the game. Nobody's gotten out of hand. But a couple of cases where some bodies have tumbled, they've gotten in the right of way to make sure they shake hands and keep good sportsmanship, and that is good officiating.
Well, Vinny, we couldn't have asked for a better game to finish it on.
Finishing it off with a bang.
This could have been the best one of the day.
As you drink your cup of tea before you go to bed, it's a little excitement for you. And Trish Martin hits it. And as she hits this next one, it's a two-possession game, and that's awfully hard to do in 14 seconds. And she misses it. All they need is a 3 to tie. It's going to come down to the last 10 seconds, folks, and here it is for you. Gargano, it's way short. Kotrick saves it. She can't do it. 1.1 seconds. And South Sioux City has the ball, and they're going to call timeout. Gallant effort there by Roncalli. It looked like she was deciding whether to pass it, or she knew she had to have a 3, and that was the way it looked to you.
She has been hitting the threes this whole game. And really, she did kind of rush that shot, maybe second-guessed it a little bit. But really, there was nothing the matter with that shot she took.
No,
it just
good
was
shot.
a little
You
short.
had to take it.
Yep.
Gentlemen, we have snow.
Quite the ball game. The rubber match, really. Both teams splitting during the regular season. Roncalli with the win, South Sioux City with the win.
Inbounding now, 1.1 seconds. She throws it up way down. And this one is in the books. South Sioux City with a 3-point victory, 65-62 over Omaha Roncalli. And there are some happy people at 10:37 this evening. South Sioux City, the Class B champions. And we've got a bunch of fans clamoring right up our back here. And luckily, there's a rope separating us. They're very, very, very happy right now. Roncalli should be very, very proud for the effort they put up.